All right, I have the Trimble matter.
Okay, we're on live, Judge. So let me get everyone pulled in.
Very good.
I believe that's everyone, Judge. That's in.
All right, very good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cuero Municipal Court. We have a really short docket this morning, so hopefully we'll get all of you taken care of and get you on and about your daily business. As always, if you have any questions in anything that we are doing, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm here to try to assist you in getting that done. Those of you that are appearing remote, again, we think this may turn out to be a benefit, especially for those of you from outside Cuero, and save you the driving distance. So with that said, some very short comments. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me speak with Joshua Tislow first.
Can you see me? I'm his wife.
I can see you.
I'm so obviously I'm not Josh, but they're going to get him. He's at work. So they're going to get him from the back.
All right.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if you want to. Oh, he's right here. He's coming. You're unmuted and everything.
Okay. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine. Joshua, I understand that on some documents I looked at, you had entered a plea of no contest and you forwarded it to court costs. But on this particular fine, it was not what we call preset. It wasn't predetermined. That's for me to do this morning. Now, is that your understanding why you're in court?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. All right. What we're going to do is we'll set a fine of $75. Court costs, so it'd be a total of $209. How much time you need to get that taken care of?
Can I have till the end of April?
If we go to the end of April, that'll be over 30 days. Let me explain to you. The state of Texas.
30 days is fine.
All right, you got it. Get on back to work. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, have a good day. All right, let's talk with Rachel on her matter.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
How are we doing with the driver's license?
It's all cleared up. They finally received the paperwork. It finally went through. So
Wow.
I have a driver's license. It took forever. But yeah.
All right. Well, can you go ahead and email us a copy of those documents? And then since you got your driver's license, what we'll do is we will set the minimum fine. It'll also be a deferred, so it doesn't go on your record for 30 days. It'll be a total of $82. Get that sent in along with your proof, and that'll take care of your matter. Any questions?
The proof, is that you'll need my SR-22?
No. I want to see a copy of the paper that says you got your license reinstated, your driving permit.
Yes, sir. Okay, good deal. I will send that in. And you said email, I can find that on the website? Okay, good deal. All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You do the same.
All right, let me talk to Brittany real quick.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Okay, we're back here today talking about a matter that we handled some time back. In fact, it was last year. And I set a fine and you entered a plea. And then I told you that I was going to review this thing. And there were no other problems. We might consider reducing the amount of this fine. So tell me what's been going on.
I don't have the dogs. I got a family member to take them a long time ago. So they haven't been an issue anymore.
All right, you did your part of it. Instead of $576, we'll reduce it down to $276. Get that taken care of within 30 days, and we're done.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
ma'am. You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, Ms. Shaw's in the courtroom.
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, and we have the code enforcement officer.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, sir. I'm doing great.
All right, I think there was some pictures sent. I hadn't had opportunity to look at them yet. So what I was going to do is I was going to go ahead and listen to your side of it, and then take a look at the pictures, and then hear from Ms. Shaw. So tell me what we have. Tell me what's changed since last week.
Yes, sir. There's been some good progress made. She's cleaned up quite a bit since the last time. There's still quite a bit to go, but there's been some progress.
Let me take a look real quick then. Give me a couple of minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right, I looked at those pictures. It looks like you sent 8 of them for one side with some folks out there with a trailer, and then 4 others. And are you satisfied that we're finally getting some progress made?
Yes, sir. We are getting some progress made.
All right, Ms. Shaw. Just going to go back over my notes. We reset this thing now on 3 previous occasions. Today would be 4. How long do you think you're going to need to get this thing completely done? And then I'm going to tell you how much time you have left.
I'm not really sure, Your Honor. I'm still having transportation issues. I went to go buy a car and got sold a very bad car. So I've taken a little bit of a loss there. And every time I hire somebody to move the trailer for me, they don't show up. I'm just having a real hard time. I don't know, 30 days. I mean, did that be totally everything done? I'm walking back and forth to Victoria where I live now, back over here, and I'm tired.
Mr. Code Enforcement Officer, you want to put up with this nonsense for another 30 days?
Man, I mean, 15 would be better, but it's been going on quite some time.
Oh, tell me about it. You filed this thing on January the 4th. I'm aware of what's going on, and there's been just a total reluctance to want to comply. And you know, you clean up your mess before you go somewhere else. Let me look at my calendar.
We're not totally moved out. I've got Paul in the courtroom with me today, the gentleman that lives with me. He's still staying there. And well, then
why doesn't he get it cleaned up?
Because he has COPD and congestive heart failure. He can't. He's in the courtroom now. He's on an oxygen machine. He can't hardly take 5 steps, and he's toast. I'm going as quickly as I can, but I'm trying to get moved in the same aspect of getting this cleaned up. And I have no transportation and no reliable source of a ride And
Ma'am, I've
I
heard the
went-
same story for 3 weeks now. I'm
went
tired of listening
hours
to
away.
it. I want the mess cleaned up.
I'm working as fast as I can on it, Your Honor. Paul can verify that I'm there, and I work almost 24 hours straight to get a good bit done. But then I have to turn around and walk back to Victoria to deal with my issues over there.
Well, your issues in Victoria don't really concern me.
I
The issues
understand
that
that.
you have in the city of Cuero is what's paramount as far as
I
I'm
understand that.
concerned.
Paul
And this
stood out-
control officer has been more than generous in his handling of it
I
and his
understand that, and I
way that
appreciate it.
he's lenient. Ma'am, if you don't quit talking while I'm talking, I'm gonna throw you in jail right now. You have no respect for the court. You have no respect for the laws. You just think you can do it any way you want to, and that doesn't work with me. It doesn't work in my court. I'm resetting this matter to April the 7th. I can assure you that's going to be the final one. After that, I will have the order. I will sign the order that I had ready for today. And only because of this man who's been working with you, put your hand down. Only because of the kindness of this man that's been working with you is the only reason I'm not signing and sending that order today. Now, that is all I have. Mr. Control Officer, Jamie, you have anything else?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. You're both excused.
Thank you.
Yes, let me see.
Have anybody else come in?
Yes, sir. I have a John Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, let me pull your paperwork and I'll be right with you.
Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear us?
You're using device on. Okay.
Okay, we can hear you now. The judge will be with you in just a second.
Oh, okay. I was trying to work this thing. My bad. I don't
No,
know.
it's okay. I figured we couldn't hear you. I seen you, your mouth moving, but I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, my uncle had to show me how to do it. So
It's okay. He's just getting your paperwork and then he'll be with you.
Well, I don't have a John Gonzalez for this morning. Seemed like we had one a couple weeks ago. Is this a reset by any chance?
no, sir. I saw you last year for the dogs.
It's a deferred order. Did you get the cover sheet? We have them in the basket. He was a return today for VCO
I don't
dogs
have
and
him.
cats. I can scan it to you real quick, Judge.
Let me see if I have it. No, I don't have anything on John, but let's see if we can. Tell me what we had and we'll go over it real quick.
Okay. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, we had fine and what the charge was on a violation of one of the ordinances?
For dogs and cats running at large, the fine was 500, total 576. He was on deferred for 6 months. The return court date was today. Consider reducing if no problems.
All right, so what's been going on with the animals?
Good, sir. I had finally put up the fence, and so far they've been good.
Hadn't had any problem with it getting out?
No, sir. If they did, I had to put like those shingle things next under the fence because they're digging. So I had to put some like another fence underneath the dirt, so that way they wouldn't get out. And I had
that worked pretty good for you?
Oh yes, sir. And I had bought cages for them so that way they wouldn't get out. And then whenever when I'm working, I put them in their cages, and then when I get out, when I get home, I let them out, and they don't go nowhere as long as I'm there.
Well, John, what did you actually use to bury? You had some type of wire?
Yes, sir. Like those I guess you could they're like I forgot what they're called, but I used it like for I use those metal things like people use like for their roofs or for garages and stuff like that. Those shingles, that's what I use. That's what I use for the ground. So that way when they
Okay.
try. Yes, sir.
And that obviously it worked pretty good. They didn't get out, so you're in good shape on that. All right, look, we're going to go ahead and take that original fine of $576. I'm going to go ahead and reduce it down to $276. Can you get it done in 30 days?
Yes, sir, I can.
That's what the order is going to be, and once that's paid, then it'll be dismissed and it won't be a part of your record.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Amanda just emailed it over so you can write it down. Oh, well, she's about to email it over so you can write it down just in case we forget.
I will do that.
We have Toby Williams. I'm gonna admit him in. I tried sending a message to, get a date of birth or something because we can't find Toby Williams.
Williams?
We're not sure if he has a different court day, but let's see. Oh, is this like a pending one? I'm not sure. We couldn't find anything. Tobi Williams. Let's see if he can unmute.
Yes, ma'am. It's for Waylon Condren.
Oh, Waylon.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you find that, Judge? Did you?
No. What's the last name?
Condren, Condron.
It should be a juvenile judge.
I got it.
Us too.
All right. Can you folks hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing, sir?
All right. Let me tell you a little bit about how this remote stuff works. My clerks and stuff are there at the courthouse. I'm in my office, and then in order to handle the various cases, I have sent to me ahead of time the various matters that are set for today. And obviously now we got your name or your son's name, so I got the paperwork. I had to go ahead and pull it. So that's been a little bit of a delay in doing this remote stuff. I just kind of want you to understand that. I'm assuming you're either the father or the guardian of Waylon?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now let me tell you a little bit of how this works. Because he is what we call a juvenile, he's under the legal age to be in court by himself. So it requires a guardian or a parent to be there. So that's what your presence is why it's required. So what I have in front of me that I'm reading from is a charge of minor in possession of tobacco. So Waylon, do you and Dad, do y'all understand what he's doing in court?
Yes, sir.
All right, now to that particular charge, you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. How do you want to plead?
No contest.
All right, we'll accept the no contest plea.
Sir, he said you accept the no contest.
All right, Waylon,
No contest.
talk to me about it. What's going on with this tobacco stuff?
Be honest with them. I told you to explain to them.
Well, we were at the park one day and we were walking to a stock show. I was with a couple other friends and my girlfriend. And the cop was rolling behind us and I seen him and I looked forward and next second they pulled up in front of us. They were saying that they seen smoke or something like that. And I didn't have nothing on me or anything, but they found two of them in the two like vapes in the back, like behind us. and they started like targeting my girlfriend. So I thought she did or did. I wasn't for sure what she did, so I took the blame for her.
What do you mean they had some vapes behind you? You said you were walking. I'm not sure I'm understanding that. Explain that to me.
Oh, we're walking and then like on the ground behind us.
Okay.
Let me be honest with you. About everything that happened, did a whole lot further.
Got put on the ground.
Explain to him. I'm just saying, be honest with him, tell him what happened.
It was cutting out.
All right, Dad. What's your position on this? What have you done? What have you all done about it?
Well, I've grounded him. I've had him doing some work. That way he can pay for whatever he needs to pay for. He's been vaping before, so no doubt that those were probably their vapes. I don't think it was his. All the kids had the same story, but at the same time, I told him, if he takes the blame for something, he's got to expect the punishment.
That's right.
I mean, that's how it is. He came home and was like, well, Dad, I lied to the cop. I told him this and that. I said, well, you told the cop it was yours. You're gonna get in trouble for it.
What they wanted.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. When you tell them the truth. If you tell them that it's yours, then you got to be ready to take the blame for it.
But they will continue interrupting me and the whole time. They would not let us talk.
Well, anyways, yes, sir. I'm not really sure what should be done. I've punished him, not completely yet. I mean, it depends on what his fine is and all that. He's paying for it himself.
Well, I thank you for that. Sometimes I have to explain that to parents that in my court, parents are not allowed to pay 1 penny. He did it. He took responsibility, whatever the situation is, and you pay the consequences by paying the fine. I'll tell you personally, I'm a little concerned with this, Waylon. May be cool, it may be the end thing, but you got a whole future in front of you, and I think it's pretty proven that these things could be worse than just about anything in the form of tobacco that's come along in quite a few years. And that's not said to threaten you or scare you. It just looks like it's having some pretty devastating effects on people's lives, their lungs and things. I'm not a medical doctor. Don't try to be. Just telling you that, you're young, you're intelligent, you're smart. You ought to give it some thought. What I will do from a legal standpoint, I'm going to set a fine. I'm going to set a fine of $500, and court costs is total $581. The intent here, though, is not so much the money as it is to see and prove over the next 6 months to me, to your dad, and most of all to yourself, that you give some second thought to pursuing this. And if you come back to me at the end of that 6 months, when we give you notice to be in my court again, may very well be like we're having it today. Doesn't change the fact of whether we're sitting this way or whether we're face to face in my courtroom. And if you prove to me that there hasn't been any other of these occasions, and I am satisfied that you've given me sufficient proof, I'll reduce this substantially. If you screw it up and it gets another charge, and I'm convinced then that there's sufficient evidence of the second charge, I can tell you ahead of time that I will, in all probability, revoke your probation. That'll be $581. And if I'm convinced that there is sufficient evidence on the second charge that's related to tobacco, you can expect the same amount of fine again. Now, do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions?
No, sir.
Dad, any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to both of y'all. Y'all take care.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Judge, that's everyone. I'm gonna stop the